The association has been in existence about 40 years. We've been putting on age events in the Treasure Valley for about 12 years. These are nationally recognized events. With the help of the Tourism Association, we started out 3 years ago with one show in September, and we added a show last March, which was very successful. And it brought in our age events, the non-pro division was up 30%. And mostly because of the type of advertising that we're doing. We're advertising how much fun we're having in Icha. I stopped competing with the other associations on cattle and ground and money and all of that. And so the non-pro division, which is most of my corporation owners, my trust fund recipients, and that group is where 20 affiliates went out of business last year. Our shows are growing. Because of this, we've gained some national recognition in 2 publications because of our innovative way of making our shows work when other shows are failing. And so I've been asked to come to convention, the NCHA convention in June, and make a presentation to move a national, the Western Nationals here from Ogden. It's been in Ogden for 15 years. And, but our facilities here are great, and the fact that Eastern Nationals is growing, Western Nationals is dying, because Eastern Nationals is doing more what I'm doing, it's more fun, so that's what they want us to incorporate. That show lasts 2 to 3 weeks and brings in about 1,800 contestants. And our other dilemma that we're faced with is one of the other shows that was directly ahead of our March or our September show faced financial difficulties and is closing its doors, and that was in Klamath, Oregon. So they've offered those dates to me also, which would bring contestants in for another 7 days before our September show, but it leaves me, because of the way the rulings on how many days you have to allow between shows, I have 4 days between these 2 major shows that these contestants will have nothing better to do than to go have fun. And so we're working with Melissa with SWITA on making some packages for these contestants. Some golfing, some whitewater rafting, winery tours, different things like that to stay in the same realm of what we've been known for, is having a lot of fun and things for the contestants to do in between classes and before and after the show. Most of our contestants come from west of the Divide, although we do bring contestants in internationally. We have a huge following from Canada. So with that, we bring contestants in from every side of the state. They don't just come in one direction. Most of the advertising we've been doing is in horse-related publications like the Horse Sports, Wrangler, Cascade Horseman. These are also publications that other horse disciplines use to reach their members. And with this, we're allowed, rather than just placing one small ad, we're allowed several pages where we write stories, incorporate pictures, and that's what's been working for us to bring in more contestants. We would like to continue that if we can, although it doesn't necessarily fit within the guidelines of what the Tourism Board has set aside as far as what an ad looks like. And I don't know if there's any way we could possibly work on that. And I would love some ideas or suggestions if you have any, because that seems to be what's really working for our, to bring in contestants. With our shows, we have a large vendor area, and I've offered any of the SWITA members, or actually any members of the Tourism Association with Idaho, if you would like to set up a booth there, you the events in your area that we can catch these contestants either coming or going. I also have 8 big screen TVs that play all day long. There's we advertise, or we're showing what's going on in the arena, but we also have availability to when we change out our cattle, which we change them out about 10 times a day, and there's about 30 to 40 minutes of blank screen. And so then that's when I can use that time to advertise what else they can do or see coming or going or during the show. So if there's anybody that would like to do that, that's also available. That was about all I have. He said, unless somebody has some questions.
Any questions?
Just for informational purposes, you mentioned number of contestants. Are your shows heavily attended by onlookers?
Well, and some of this that I've put out for you is what rather than do the fancy little slick programs for my contestants, I took for the same dollar amount and I published these publications in the local newspaper. And so we do bring in a lot of local contestants. And then these pieces travel off with the contestants that are there, you know, on to other areas. I've had phone calls from as far away as Oklahoma, thinking this is brilliant, you know, because everybody, that's what also brings in sponsors is, you know, your spectator attendance. Our shows are free to the public, and so that is also a plus. We're promoting Western heritage, you know, the fact that there can be 4 generations in the arena at the same time, and you know, it's a good, clean, wholesome family environment. We did a video, which is on our website, that we had interviewed the contestants from all over the nation and asked them why they come to the show. And their big response is that it's safe here. They feel like they can bring their family, where a lot of shows that they go to, they don't travel with their families. And so that, I think that says a lot for Idaho. The Idaho Center is a fabulous facility. We have hotels on the grounds so that, you know, the family can travel to and from the show at different times. And all of the amenities that are so close. There's, you know, golf courses within almost walking distance. The freeway's right there. We're centrally located. We have contestants for the March show that went skiing, you know, and I have judges when they're asked to come in, they want to know if they can come in a day or 2 early because they would like to go golfing. A lot of these type things. With also the tourism help, we upgraded our website to where it's a WordPress type site, and we can accept comments and blogs on the different events. So as each event competes during the day, I'm able to post and get response from that. Also with Facebook, and we have contestants that are friends on Facebook from Australia, Argentina, Brazil, Poland, and one of the other big shows that the NCHA is producing this year is in France. And so we have some direct contact with them and are sharing ideas on, you know, how it is that we're able to incorporate more of the community when this isn't a typical spectator sport. But we've increased our seating at the arena every year by 30%, and every year we're at standing room only for some of the evening events.
Couple of things just to kind of know as I'm going through there are some pieces in here that are probably dealing towards some local advertising.
And that's, you know, these tabs that I passed out to you.
That statesman piece and that thing right there. So
sure if I included that, I was using that as part of my match.
Okay, well, that's fine. These are
Is that okay to include that way?
Recommended.
Okay,
completely appropriate.
okay.
And I guess I had one little question, but anyway, in the advertising piece here, the advertising, the reference, the horse sports wrangler publication, the monthly publication, and travel writing, be able to posting those things in there. I'm a little confused, then there's an element, and we've got another element in there, which is 9, talks about additional monies for paying for a travel writer to come and do articles and things on a monthly basis to put in here. Are these two separate things, or is the travel writer piece in element 9 part of this travel writing piece that's in element 3? You know what I'm talking about?
I think they're one and the same, but coming at it from a different angle. Where if it didn't make sense with this way, it doesn't make sense this way. Or explaining, why I really feel that that's an important need for our show. Getting the feedback from the contestants who come, and I always ask why, how did you hear about us and why are you coming? And that's the biggest part of what's drawing, especially the non-pros.
So I can assume then that if you're funded on that portion of the element within the advertising piece in here, then the separate element for that in the back could go away.
Exactly.
Correct?
Yes.
And then can you also just help me on the thing about the 2013 show?
And that's Western Nationals that's going on
Wasn't
now.
that in last year's thing also?
We flew the president for the NCHA in last year to show him the facility, and that was our first attempt at trying to get, some interest in moving it.
So was a decision made from them at that point, or did they say no, or is this?
No, they want me to come to convention in June and make a presentation for it. So I went to Ogden last weekend because that show is going on now, and took photos of what they're offering, and then I had my photographer take photos of the items center during our events, and I have everything graphed out as far as arena sizes and how we can offer more indoor facilities, because I think Ogden's weather is pretty much the same as ours. Doesn't matter when it is, you can have wind, rain, snow, and so that our facilities are better here. We have more RV spaces, and our hotels are closer than what they are in Ogden. Even the amenities, golfing, all of those type things, and in correlation to their arena, to these events, we have a shorter traveling distance, and where we can help put together with some buses and things like that to get contestants.
When is that decision then? When do they make that decision whether or not you're going to get the 13?
They should make it this June.
This June? Okay.
I do too.
Any other questions?
Sue, Mr. Chair, I noticed that the Idaho Horse Park is mentioned in this application as well as SWITA's. However, in this application, there isn't any match indicated from them. Is that just an admission in the application, or are they providing some match for what you're requesting?
So far, I haven't received anything from the horse park or SWITA. We're working on some advertising for this year, but so far they haven't added anything into what we're doing. So I wasn't quite sure how to put that in there.
Okay, so you're representing them in advertising, but they're not providing you any match. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
But I think the horse park is a phenomenal facility. It's worth mentioning, and the people there are great. And then, of course, SWITA, I'm wanting to promote our area, as what you can do here. I think part of the stigmatism with horse contestants is people think that they have a limited education or live fairly rural. But my contestants, they're kind of the upper echelon there, and they own corporations. They do travel the world, and or they're trust fund recipients, or they're celebrities. And so for them, they want to come and do something different besides just sit in the dirt all day.
I would just add that with the match requirements, depending on how the ads are crafted, you probably would want to revisit a match component with their advertising
Okay.
to be associated with the grant.